Pineapples are best suited to tropical and subtropical climates in humid, lowland conditions. But the first successful commercial crop of pineapples was in warm, temperate Sydney on the North Shore, so these plants are quite adaptable. Pineapples are bromeliads, and there's more than 2,000 species in the family. Pineapples are originally from South America, but have been transported all over the world for their sweet fruit. And there's now many commercial cultivars that are farmed for their taste and reliability. If you've eaten a pineapple in Australia, there's a good chance that variety might be Pacific Gold. But why stop there? You see, there are different varieties of pineapples according to their use. Some for canning, some for juicing, and others for eating. Maybe it's because I'm English, but I think these are quite attractive and exotic-looking plants to grow in the garden. I grow 4 heritage cultivars, all of which are disappearing from cultivation and from the shelves. And amongst them is Spanish Red, a tough variety which is commonly mistaken for an ornamental. Spanish Red grows to waist height. It's fiercely spiny and it can be used as a living fence. The most vigorous plants come from basal suckers. And on this pineapple, you can see just down here where the last fruit was, and then by pulling these back, you can actually see where the basal sucker has emerged from the plant. That can be taken away, put in the ground, and you've got a new vigorous plant, and it'll definitely fruit in 18 months. I can tell that this is ready for harvesting because it's started to lose some of its colour and the fruit is beginning to droop. The most popular way to propagate pineapples is by removing the top. But if you have a look at this Spanish Red, it's actually producing buds at the base of the fruit and lots of them around the top. All of these can make fruit. The one at the top, being bigger, will produce fruit sooner. So you just simply separate them with a pair of secateurs from the fruit and you allow them to dry out in the sun, somewhere warm and dry, for a week so that the wounds can seal and heal, and then you just use ordinary propagating mix. For a crown like this, I'd put it into a pot, but for these tiny little buds, I'd put those into a seed tray. And you'll find that after a few months, they'll produce plenty of roots and you can pop them up. This is pure gold. It's a modern variety of pineapple, and these are about 10 months old from cuttings. Now I'm growing them in plastic. That's because I'm here in Queensland where it's warmer, but if you want to grow them somewhere cooler like Sydney, it's a good idea to grow them in terracotta pots because it's cool, damp soil which pineapples really resent. When planting pineapples in the ground, it's important to plant them into a ridge or raised bed. Pineapples must have free drainage. They also love well-composted soil that's been mulched on the surface. Use sugarcane, lucerne or straw. Now, Spanish Red does have a reputation for being dry and fibrous, but this is all due to care. You see, to get the flavour, the juiciness and the sweetness of a pineapple, you do need to feed them and give them water in dry weather. So when you do that, you'll get wonderful flavoursome fruit. And the fruit I grow, I use for sweet and sour sauce, I make juices and authentic garden fresh pina colada. Remember, it's always happy hour somewhere.